Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes. Today we are going to start our unit 2, that is Emerald Earth. In this section we are going to read about our endangered species. An animal species becomes extinct when its last existing member dies. The species that are in danger of becoming extinct are classified as endangered species. Given below are some names from the animal world. Some of them are extinct and some are endangered. Can you tick the ones that are extinct, like orangutan, woolly mammoth, dodo, quagga, and Komodo dragon. All these are extinct species, right? The rest of the species are still present in today's world. We can see Asian lion, bald eagle, blue whale. We can see the passenger pigeon, snow leopard. We can see all these species which are not ticked. We can see them even today. Next exercises, let's play a word game. Work in groups of 4. There are 15 animals and bird names hidden in the grid. The group that finds all the 15 names will shout bingo and ask the teacher to count down to 0 from 10. Everyone should stop at 0 and the group with all the correct answers will be the winner. So this you have to do yourself. There are 15 names of the animals and birds in this word grid. You have to find all the 15. Okay, right? Now let's come down to our section A. Our section A is a poem, Portrait of a Prince, and it is written by Dennis Martindale. Right? Who is Dennis Martindale? Let's read it first. Dennis Martindale is a contemporary. Contemporary means nowadays, modern English poet who encourages people to reflect. Reflect means think about on the beauty of wildlife. He has written over 500 poems on various themes. So he is a wildlife lover who loved nature and he wrote many poems on the wildlife. Now present poem is the Portrait of a Prince, right? So portrait means a photograph. Prince, as you know, is a royalty, a member of royal family. So why? But here, instead of describing the prince, here you can see on this page, a tiger's photograph is given, a tiger's picture is given. So that means the poet is calling tiger a prince, right? Why is he calling a tiger a prince? Because of his facial features, physical features, and the power he exhibits, power he shows. That's why the poet is calling the tiger a prince. Portrait means a photograph, a model, because tiger is a model of heroism. That's why he is called a prince. Now, a tiger's features are described in the poem, not just the physical features, but also deep characteristics, mental and emotional characteristics. His mental heroism, emotional heroism is also explained in the poem. Basically, poem is a metaphor, right? So what is a metaphor? It is an implied comparison, indirect comparison between the two things. So here the living prince, a human being, prince is compared to a tiger indirectly. There is not direct comparison. Direct comparison is called simile. But it is an indirect comparison. So that is why we call it a metaphor, right? So let's begin. Which is your favorite wild animal? Why do you like it? we will read about a wild animal that is very important to the environment because it is an apex predator. Apex means most highest level of predator. Predator means the animal who kills other animals for its food. That's a predator. Apex means the highest level. Use internet to find out what an apex predator is and tell your class. So I told you apex predator means the predator of highest level, highest degree. When we make, in science you must have studied about food chain. So when we make a food chain, we put carnivores on the topmost level. So tiger is another carnivore, so that's why it is called the apex predator. Right? Let's begin the poem. It's a very beautiful poem. It has 13 paragraphs and each paragraph consists of 4 lines. There are 4 lines in each paragraph and there is the rhyming scheme of ABAB. All the paragraphs follow the rhyme scheme of ABAB and there are 8 syllables in first line and 6 syllables in the second line. So the poem is very much rhythmic in nature. So let's read. Behold the tiger's face up close with all its deep etched lines, like charcoal ridges by his nose, how clearly each defines. Now look at the lines, ending of the line first of all. Close, nose. It rhymes with close, nose. So we give them A. And lines rhymes with defines. So we give them BB. So the rhyme scheme becomes AB, AB, right? Throughout the poem, the rhyme scheme remains the same. That is AB, AB. The first line rhymes with third line and the second line rhymes with the fourth line. Now read it. Read the first stanza again. Behold the tiger's face up close. Behold means see, look at, observe. The tiger face up close. Up close means very closely, close to your eyes. Look at the tiger's face very closely. And what do we see? With all its deep etched lines. Deep etched means well defined. Deep etched means well defined. Right? Like charcoal ridges. Charcoal is koila. The coal which you burn in your in earthen chulhas, that's the black stone which is burnt to produce fire and heat, that is called charcoal. Ridges are the edges of the charcoal. By his nose means near his nose, right? The black lines, charcoal ridges are the black lines. Well defined black lines, as if somebody had drawn those lines with the charcoal near his nose. So look at this picture. So all these lines, they are well defined, well, as if somebody has painted, somebody has drawn these lines with the piece of charcoal, right? How clearly each defines. Clearly means very well. Each defines means each line is defined very clearly. Right? So each line is defined very clearly. So here in this stanza, the poet is appreciating the physical appearance of the tiger. That look at the tiger's face very closely. You will see, you will notice, you will observe there are dark lines, dark black lines near his nose. And each line looks as if it has been drawn by a painter with the charcoal. Right? Now next stanza. Behold tiger's ears erect. Behold again means observe. The tiger's ears erect. Erect means straight and alert. Always ready to listen. They are listening. They are so sharp. They can pick up even the smallest sound around them. aware of all that breathes. They are aware of all the movement that breathes, means all the movement which is going on, all the living creatures, they are which are around him, in his area, in his territory, with mental filters that select. Mental filters means power of hearing the rustling of the leaves. Rustling means movement of even the smallest movement of the leaves he can pick out. He can just filter out. Filter out means select that who is near him, whether it is a prey or whether it is a hunter who is going to kill him. So he can select, he can decide, he can judge. His mental ears are so alert. His ears pick up the smallest sound, and with that smallest sound he can decide, he can judge that the sound which he is listening is the sound of a prey or a hunter. So he can decide whether to run from that place or whether to wait and kill the prey. So here in this stanza, the poet is describing the mental fitness, the intelligence of the tiger. He is appreciating, he is highlighting the intelligence of the tiger. Right? Next stanza. Behold. Behold again means look at, observe. The tiger's eyes that stare. Stare means see, look at. As if right through your soul. Soul means spirit, deep within. They are so sharp. See, the tiger's eyes are so sharp. And when it looks at you, you feel as if the tiger can look within your soul, within your spirit, within you. Everything is visible to him. From inside also. And to challenge you, be wise, beware, take care who is in control. And he looks as if he is challenging you. Challenging you means the human beings. He is challenging you. And so therefore, the poet says, you need to be very wise, very smart, and be aware, very much alert, and take care. And tiger knows who is in control, who dominates the situation, who dominates the forest. Right? So tiger is in control, not the human beings. We are not in control. Although human beings are supposed to be the highest species on this earth, they are the most intelligent one. But when we are in the forest, we are not as intelligent as the tiger. Tigers are more intelligent than the human beings. So here in this stanza, the poet is describing about the tiger's eyes, that they are very sharp. They can see within the soul, and they challenge you. They challenge you to be aware, to be wise, and they know who is in control. They dominate us because they are ferocious animals. So he describes the powerful eyes, and that tells that he is the boss and he dominates the forest, he dominates the situation. Next paragraph. Behold the tiger's nose below. It tells him distant facts. Distant means far off. Smells. Below means under the tiger's nose. Under his nose there are nostrils which can smell even the smallest smell. Far off smells, far off fragrances he can pick up. Though out of sight. Out of sight means they are not visible. The things which he can smell, the things which his nose can pick out, although they are not visible to him, but he is in the know. So watch out if he acts. Acts means attacks. But still he knows that his prey is nearby. So be careful, because he can attack any time. So the paraphrase, the meaning of this stanza is, here in this stanza the poet is appreciating the sense of smell of the tiger, that his sense of smell is very, very active, very, very high. So his nose can pick up even the far off smells, and he can check out, he can decide if the prey is nearby. So we need to be, the poet tells us that the prey and the human beings should be very much aware of this fact whenever we go to a jungle, we go to a forest, whenever we are in the territory of the tigers. We must keep this fact in our mind, that their sense of smell is highly active. So they can attack us, they can smell us from a distance, from a long distance also, and they can attack us any time. So this is the paraphrases of these 4 paragraphs. I'm sorry. I hope you have understood these 4 paragraphs. Try to write the paraphrases on your own in your notebooks. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.